What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to this very special video. As you can tell by the title, this is the Bristol Rovers awards ceremony video, and yeah, this is a very special video indeed, and I probably should have brought this video to you guys quite a while ago, but I've just really been lacking time really to create videos such as this, and this video did take me quite a while. So if you can leave a like on the video, that would be greatly appreciated, and if we can hit over 50 likes, that would be absolutely awesome. And I have been very inconsistent as well. That's something that I do want to apologise for. I will be a lot more consistent come FIFA 15. I'll be uploading daily once again, but I just really haven't had the time at the moment. It's been a busy time really this month, and hopefully you guys do understand that. But nevertheless, we are going into this awards ceremony video, and hopefully you guys do enjoy it. But without further ado, let's get into the first award. Right guys, so the first award goes to the most improved player of the series. Now this was a difficult award for me to choose, because I know there was a lot of candidates that could have really have won this award for sure, because they would have been with us since the beginning of the series, and you could regard them as some of the most improved players in the whole team from the beginning of the series right towards the end. But there was only one player in the end that I thought would be suitable for this award, and it was Gerard Hughes, of course, our youth player who we did pick up, I think, from our Irish scout. And he turned out to be an absolutely fantastic player. As you can see here, he was 59 or 54 to 72 overall with 79 to 94 potential when I did find him. And you can see there, he's got some pretty nice stats for a 59 overall. What am I talking about? They were absolutely awful, but by golly, did he surprise me. He turned into a 79 overall player, one of the most influential players in the Bristol Rovers lineup, and more than deserved of the award for sure. Next up, guys, we've got the biggest bargain of the series, and this could only really go to one player, and that would be Joe Widdowson. As you'll be able to see in a minute, we picked him up for a mere £10,000 plus Lee Brown, who was only 56 rated, and that is just absolutely incredible. He started off as a 61 rated left back at 24 years old from Northampton. I do realise he only had 6 months left on his contract, but still, what a pickup this turned out to be, and he stayed with us all the way till the end of the series. As you can see there, 62 overall, and he was worth a lot more than 10 grand, that's for sure, at the beginning when we did actually pick him up. Some okay stats there, nothing too special, but by golly, when he actually turned into his full potential, he was a fantastic left back. As you can see there, 73 overall, and he is by far the best bargain of the series. I mean, he's a quality left back, and he's definitely someone that I would recommend to any of you that are going to be starting a Road to Glory career mode series. Next up, and it's going to be the most disappointing player of the series. Now, there's no doubt in this one, so I'm just going to come straight out with it. Ryan Gould. It's obviously got to be him. He is by far the most disappointing player of the series. Not because he was a bad player in the game. He just didn't grow whatsoever. If you watch the series from the start, you would know that he just didn't grow whatsoever. I have no idea why, because he's such a fantastic player, but for some reason EA have just got some weird code where some players just don't actually grow to their full potentials, and Ryan Gould was one of them, and therefore he is going to be the most disappointing player of the series. Next up, and it's going to be the most consistent player award. Now this was a very difficult award to hand out, because I could have given it to a lot of players, considering how many players that have been, well, from the beginning of the series all the way to the end, but just players that have been servants to the club whilst I've actually done a career mode with them. And it's going to be a very difficult choice, but in the end I did decide to go with Robert Lainton, and the reasoning behind that was we bought him from Bury in the N Power League 1, I believe it was, in the second season when we did get promoted, for only 400,000, which was an absolute bargain. 69 rated keeper at the age of 24, and he brought us all the way to the Barclays Premier League and even the Champions League. So he was a real servant to the club before we did end up selling him to Watford for double his price. I think it was in the end 3 million to Watford, but he was a real servant to the club, and he is, well, he had the most clean sheets in the Barclays Premier League as well as in the N Power Championship as well. So he's definitely a really consistent keeper, and he was the reason that we had so much success in the first place. The next award is going to be the best youth player of the series. Now this award is not necessarily a player that has come from our youth academy and a player that I have brought up basically from 16 years old all the way up to the top. It's a player that I bought that could be a free agent or any other player of that caliber. It would have been Ricardo Dano if he was still at the club, but instead I've gone with Abubakar Belek, and I've been saying his name wrong throughout the whole series. I've looked past all of my old videos. I've been calling him Abdullah, and I don't even know why. I mean, there's clearly a K there. I have no idea why I've been calling him that. There's clearly two B's as well, so his name is Abubakar Belek, and I've been calling him the wrong name the whole series. But anyway, it doesn't really matter about that. You can see that we did pick him up, and he was a free agent actually that we did pick up, and he was 67 overall when we did pick him up. He turned into a 78 rated left back, and it's similar with Jared Hughes. You know, he could have got to his full potential, but now that it's the end of the series, it's a shame that we won't be able to see these youth players nourish and basically get to their full potential, because I'm sure that Belek would have become one of the best left backs in the world. Here it comes, it's the next award, and it's going to be the Leader Award. This is an award that I did want to give to a specific player, and it's a player that's been very good and just been a servant throughout the series. Of course, it's going to be John Joe O'Toole. He's been our captain from the Power League 2 all the way up to the Barclays Premier League, where I did replace him with Connor Cody. You can see there he was 60 rated at the start, and at 30 years old in his last season of this career mode, he did end up being a 67 rated player. Of course, on the decline. Hopefully that does get fixed for FIFA 15 when the players don't decline as fast on career mode, because being a 30-year-old, he shouldn't really be declining that fast. But anyway, that's a story for another time. John Joe O'Toole does win the award for the best leader. Into the second to last award of this award ceremony, guys, and it is going to be the Player of the Series award. Now, you've probably guessed it already who the Player of the Series is going to be, and it's going to be a very special someone. It's going to be someone that has basically brought this team up from the bottom all the way to the top. The main player that I wanted to keep at the club all the way till the end of the series, and I did manage to do that, considering all of the crap that they give at you sometimes, these players in career mode. Ryan Brunt is the player of the series. Well deserved for Ryan Brunt. As you can see, at the start, he was 60 rated with some pretty poor stats, I'll be honest with you. And he really did turn into a world-class striker. Only worth 180,000, and he still isn't really worth that much. But by golly, he's a really good striker. You can see there, 92 strength, 92 pace, and 81 finishing. What an amazing striker. And as you can see there, he did actually win the Golden Boot in the first season of the BPL. You can see there he got 28 goals to Stevan Jovetic's 25, sorry. So you could just see what a quality player he was, and definitely deserves the Player of the Series award. Into the final award of this video, guys, and it is going to be the Best Goal of the Series award. Now, this was a very difficult award because there was a lot of candidates that I had to bear in mind from every single season all the way back in the Power League 2. In fact, I mean, I scored some absolute fantastic goals in the Power League 2, and even in, you know, the League 1, the Championship, and of course in the Barclays Premier League. But I had to bear all of those in mind, and I looked through all 120 episodes just to kind of have a really good educated decision and conclusion as to what I thought would be the goal of the series. And I have come to a conclusion, guys, but this will be the end of the video, guys. I will leave you with the goal of the series with some music in the background. But anyway, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already, as it really does help out my channel. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna have to leave it there. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.
To the real world.
color to be found.